It's time for a crossover battle. Welcome to Crossover Battle, where legends collide, ideologies clash, and victory is determined not by sheer power, but by understanding the fight. Today's matchup isn't about world-ending strength or infinite powers. It isn't about who can punch harder or fly faster. It's about strategy versus instinct, experience versus raw energy, and most importantly, knowing your limits and exploiting your opponents. On one side, the jolly, omnipresent figure of myth, whose every move is calculated, every gift a tool, every laugh a tactic. On the other, the last son of Krypton, faster than bullets, stronger than mountains, a living arsenal of raw might. Santa Claus versus Superman. The setting isn't the North Pole or Metropolis, it's a test, a playground of cunning and might, a clash of myth versus legend. Let's break it down. Santa Claus, experience forged through timeless tradition. Santa Claus is no ordinary fighter. Behind the laughter, the rosy cheeks, and the belly that shakes like a bowl full of jelly lies centuries of experience. His power is subtle but immense. Santa is the embodiment of preparation, planning, and resourcefulness. He doesn't rely on brute force. He relies on knowledge. He knows the world, its people, its weaknesses. His sleigh moves faster than light, guided by mastery over space, stealth, and timing. His reindeer are more than companions. They are tactical extensions, capable of creating distractions, rapid maneuvers, and coordinated attacks. Santa's strength is versatility. He can appear anywhere, anytime. Chimneys, skylines, hidden alcoves, nothing is off limits. His legendary bag isn't just for toys, it's an arsenal, explosives, gadgets, illusions, every item a tactical choice. But perhaps Santa's greatest weapon is his mind. He understands patterns, anticipates behavior, and manipulates perception. He fights like he's delivering gifts, quietly, efficiently, and with maximum effect. Direct confrontation is rarely his style. Instead, he thrives in misdirection, exploiting overconfidence and turning simple tools into overwhelming advantages. Superman, instinct forged through power. Superman is the ultimate force of nature. Speed, strength, durability. He has them all in staggering amounts. Bullets are harmless, fire is nothing, and the vacuum of space is a playground. When Superman moves, the world trembles. But he fights differently than Santa. Superman relies on instinct, training, and a moral compass that demands he protect rather than destroy. He can adapt to most situations, sense danger before it arrives, and overwhelm nearly any opponent in raw combat. Yet that raw instinct is a double-edged sword. Superman often assumes that physical dominance equates to victory. He trusts in his speed and strength to solve problems, sometimes underestimating subtlety, planning, and deception. Against a foe who thrives in clever manipulation, that confidence can become a vulnerability. The fight, tradition meets power. The battle begins in a sprawling cityscape, a mix of rooftops, narrow alleys, and snowy streets. Superman hovers above, surveying, eyes glowing, muscles taut with anticipation. Santa descends silently, his sleigh moving like a whisper, a cloud of magic snow trailing behind. Superman strikes first, a blur of fists aimed at disarming and overwhelming. He moves faster than sound, a living hurricane of strength and momentum. Santa doesn't fight back conventionally. Instead, he vanishes from sight. Smoke, mirrors, and enchantments turn empty streets into traps. A simple sleigh bell jingles, but it's not just sound, it's a lure, drawing Superman into patterns, testing reaction times. Superman reacts instinctively, smashing a rooftop where he expects Santa to be. Nothing but debris falls. He moves again, faster. Another flash. Santa is behind him, dropping gadgets designed to slow, confuse, or misdirect. Kryptonian eyes spot movement, but illusions twist perception. Then Santa's ultimate tool comes into play, the bag. It releases a cascade of enchanted items, snow projectiles, magically reinforced chains, and holographic duplicates of Santa himself. Each strike is a test, each movement a trap. Superman dodges with superhuman precision, but each reaction takes energy, splits attention, and slows forward momentum. Santa doesn't fight with punches, he fights with patience. Timing is his ally. Every step Superman takes is analyzed. Every burst of power predicted. He doesn't need to win with one strike. He needs to manipulate, divide, and delay. Superman's instinct is pure offense. He tries to close distance to end the fight decisively, but Santa has turned the battlefield into a living puzzle. Rooftops shift, sleigh tracks reappear unexpectedly, reindeer emerge mid-flight creating aerial distractions. Superman's strikes hit empty air. And then Santa strikes, not with strength, but with strategy. Chains bind, snow blinds, and holograms force Superman to hesitate. The hero realizes too late that this is more than a fight. It's a demonstration of mastery, patience, and cleverness. Analysis: why strategy can challenge power. This battle isn't about who has superior strength. Superman could obliterate entire buildings with a single punch. His speed outmatches any mortal. Yet the fight isn't about raw power. It's about understanding the assignment. Santa wins by controlling the narrative. He doesn't overpower, he outthinks. By manipulating perception, he forces Superman to react instead of act, slowing momentum and turning instinct into vulnerability. Every gadget, every reindeer maneuver, every enchanted snowflake is a calculated measure to test the hero's responses. Superman's flaw is his reliance on instinct. In raw combat, he is nearly unbeatable. But when the environment is warped, perception is distorted, and each action has consequences he cannot predict. His dominance is neutralized. Santa doesn't need to land a single superpowered punch. He wins through mental pressure, patience, and clever manipulation. It's the same lesson taught in every legendary crossover test. Raw force is formidable, but experience, timing, and strategy can tip the scales. If Superman were to slow down, adapt, and study Santa's methods, the outcome could shift. But in this scenario, dealt with Santa setting the terms and controlling the flow. Power alone isn't enough. That's the crossover battle. Do you think Superman could eventually adapt, break the illusions, and overpower Santa? Or is Santa's experience, cunning, and preparation simply insurmountable? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us who should clash in the next Ultimate crossover. Until then, remember, victory isn't always about who hits hardest. Sometimes it's about who understands the fight.